Hi, I have in my hand here a surface mount TV bracket. It suits televisions from 13 to 27 inches, and you can see here it comes in a very compact little kit box. So I'll just move the box out of the way for a moment and we'll just look at what comes inside the actual box. So we have 4 spacers. These I'll demonstrate in a few moments. Are used just to space the bracket away from the TV, so they're an optional thing you can use. We have the screws here and the plugs. We have 4 bolts which we could use if we're using spacers, or 4 screws we'd use if we weren't using spacers. And then we have the main event here. We have 2 brackets. We have one bracket, this one, which would mount on the wall. I'll just hold it so you can see. Would mount on the wall. There's 2 holes you want to pay interest to, this hole and this hole. This is what would drill a hole, use the plugs and the screws and bolt it directly onto the wall. And on this bracket here, this is what goes onto the TV. So the idea is that we'd mount this bracket on the wall, bolt this onto the back of the TV, and then we'd slide them in. And I'm just going to show you the sliding mechanism here. So just imagine we come along and we have this bracket here, just going to angle this so you can see it well, is on the side of the wall. And we come along, this bracket is on the TV, and we just slide it into position. And it just slides down and locks into position like that. Now, I'm just going to take it apart again. You'll actually see there's a small hole here and a corresponding one on the far side. So we can actually put a little lock in there and lock it into position if we wish to. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the VESA standard, because this is really what it's all about, and how people, we can confidently say to people that TVs between the sizes of 13 and 27 inches will work. What it really means here is that in terms of the hole size here, it'll support 2 types of VESA standard. The 100 standard, which means that from centre to centre it's 100 millimeters, or the lower one is 75, centre to centre, and that goes over top and bottom, up and down. The spacing centre to centre is exactly 75. And I'm just actually going to give a quick demonstration on this TV next to us here. It's this is actually a 24-inch LED TV. It's on a base here, but if you just imagine that this was mounted on a, if we're mounting this on a wall, we come along and we get the screws that I showed earlier, or indeed the spacers. In this case I won't use a spacer. And what we could do is, this supports the VESA 100 standard because the holes are 100 millimeters apart, and we can actually just screw it in here using a Phillips screwdriver and bolt on the bracket that way. You can see there, so you can see the holes here, here and here. The spacing is 100 millimeters apart. So it's a very simple bracket. It's not ideal for all locations, you know, because it's going to have the TV very flush to the wall, but for a lot of guys this is a very simple one, and in terms of the actual installation, it's very good. Okay, very simple and straightforward, and it's in terms of price range, of course, because it's such a simple bracket, it's a very low cost bracket as well. So that's it anyway, an overview of the surface mount 13 to 27 inch TV wall mounting bracket.